My name is Eero Saunamäki and I'm a professional recorder player from Helsinki, Finland. The Beatles just released their last song called Now and Then, which is by John Lennon. And on this video I'm going to teach you how to play it on the soprano recorder. So, welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is for the soprano recorder, and you can use either this kind of school recorder which has German fingerings, or you can use a soprano recorder with baroque fingerings. It really doesn't matter with this song which instrument you use. I'm going to use my dear wooden baroque instrument. Alright, so I've divided this tutorial into 4 different sections, and in the first one I'll tell you a couple of things about recorder playing in general. In the second part I'll teach you how to play the A minor scale and the notes related to the A minor scale. And in the third section I'll teach you a couple of tricky jumps which are needed in this song. And at last we'll play the whole song together with note names and also with lyrics, and I'll provide you the sheet music. Okay, at first we need a good posture, and then we need a very stable airflow from our mouth to the instrument. And you can imagine that you are blowing soap bubbles. So if you blow too hard, the soap bubble will break, and if you are too weak with your blowing, then the soap bubble won't even form. And in the beginning of each note you should kind of say the consonant D with the tip of your tongue. Like this. Okay, then we'll move on to the A minor scale. And of course the first note of the A minor scale is the note A. And that we can play by closing the holes beneath our thumb, index finger and middle finger like this. And this is the note A. And moving upwards, we'll just remove middle finger, and this is B. And going up, we'll close middle finger again, but we'll remove the index finger, and this is C. And the next one is easy. D, we'll just remove the thumb. And now it gets a bit tricky because we have to close many holes with both our hands at the same time. So we'll close holes with our index, middle and ring fingers from our left hand, and then we'll also use index and middle fingers from our right hand. And from our left hand with the thumb, we'll have to close this thumb hole, but not fully. We'll leave space for like maybe half a millimeter, so that there's a kind of a small hole in top of the thumb hole. And then we blow a bit harder, just a bit, and then this is the high E. And then we'll go back the scale, so then we play the D, which was just the middle finger of our left hand. And to C, we'll close the thumb hole, this time fully, with the thumb of our left hand. And moving on to B, close index finger, but remove middle finger. And then we'll close middle finger, and here we are back in A. And still there are a couple of notes we need to know. So the remaining notes are G sharp, G and low E. So let's begin with the G sharp. You already had this A here, and now we'll just use index finger and middle finger from our right hand and the ring finger, but we just close the outer hole of these two holes right here. And this is the G sharp. And then we'll play kind of the normal G. So you had the A like this, thumb, index, middle fingers, and then we'll just close ring finger. That's G. And then we'll do the jump to the low E. We'll keep all of these fingers as they are, and just put index finger and middle fingers from the right hand on top of these holes. And here we have the low E, and now we know all the notes needed for this song Now and Then. 4 different jumps and 3 of those include the high E. So the first jump is from D to E. You already know the notes. D and high E. And let's repeat this a couple of times. And then we'll jump from C to E. So this was C and E, and repeat a couple of times. Yes, and then B and E, and repeat a couple of times. And the last jump is from B to D, like this. And now we'll get to the song itself. Alright, now we are ready to play the whole piece, and you can find the music there from the top of the screen. And this first version is with note names, but I'll also provide you the music with lyrics. So if you'll rather play that version, you can just jump to that time code which is there on the description. The tempo of the piece is 87, and the notes are really according to how John sings these songs, so they're quite strict. But if you just kind of go with the flow and remember how the song goes and try to imitate that, I'm sure you will be fine. I'll just start the metronome and we'll listen to it for 1 bar, so with 4 beats, and then I'll begin playing. All right. Okay, how did you do? Did you manage to play the piece? I really do hope so. If you didn't, here's the version with lyrics. And of course, if this is too fast for you, you can just use the YouTube settings to play this at like half speed or 0.75 speed to make it easier for you. And of course, you must listen to the recording of this piece Now and Then by the Beatles to learn it even better. But okay, now we'll have the lyrics there and also the notes, and let's play. And again, 1 bar from the metronome, and then I'll start playing. Hey, I hope you had fun watching this video, and I hope you also learned how to play Now and Then by the Beatles on the soprano recorder. And if you have any questions about recorder playing or music or life, just leave them down there and I'll answer to any questions or comments. Please also consider subscribing to my channel, and please leave a thumbs up to this video. That really helps a lot. See you on the next one.